Do you ever feel like life is moving forward for everyone else, but you're stuck starting over again? It's almost like you just blinked and somehow you fell behind. You're trying to pick up the pieces, you're trying to be okay, but all you feel is ashamed and embarrassed. Like everyone else seems to be thriving, but you're just there, starting over from scratch. Here's the truth nobody talks about. Starting over doesn't mean you failed, it just means you chose yourself. It means you're brave enough to walk away from something that wasn't working for you. And that type of courage is not something you should ever be ashamed of. It's something you should be proud of. Hey Besties, you're welcome or welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I am so glad you found me. On this space, we talk about life, love, faith, and becoming the best versions of ourselves. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop your thoughts about this video in the comments. Today's topic is one that I know so many people are afraid to talk about, and that is starting over. When I say starting over, I'm not just talking about starting over. I'm talking about starting over without the shame, without the guilt, or the heavy feeling that you messed it all up. So whether you're starting over in your career, in love, faith, your mindset, or you're just trying to rebuild your identity, you're not alone and you're definitely in the right place. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Let's be honest, no one likes to feel like they failed. We know that. I know that. You know that. We are raised in a culture that glorifies progress. They glorify consistency. They glorify staying on track so much. But what happens when the track changes? What happens when life throws you a curveball? When you've outgrown your old story? We tend to internalize shame so much. We start to think, I should have known better. What was I thinking? Or I wasted time. Or I'm too old to be starting again. But none of those thoughts are facts. They're fears. Fears that are rooted in perfectionism, comparison, and unrealistic timelines. Brene Brown says, shame corrodes the very part of us that believes that we are capable of change. So if shame keeps you stuck, the very first step in healing your mindset is in starting over. There's a very big difference between guilt and shame. Guilt says, I did something wrong. Shame says, I am something wrong. And when you're starting over, especially from something very painful, you will likely feel both. But the real truth is, shame is what keeps you from moving. Here's what you can do. Journal what you're actually feeling, at that particular time, be it guilt, regret, sadness, or even anger. Journal it. The second thing you can do is remind yourself that you're allowed to grow, you're allowed to change, you're allowed to leave what no longer serves you. You're not your past, you're just a person in transition. This is a very big lie we tell ourselves almost all of the time, especially after ending a long relationship or leaving a job, dropping out of school, or quitting something we once believed in. But the truth is, nothing is ever wasted if you learned something. Every season you lived through taught you something about people, about love, and about yourself. Even your lowest moments taught you how to rebuild. Think of people like Oprah, who was fired from her first job and then told that she wasn't fit for television. Or J.K. Rowling, who was a broke single mom when she started writing Harry Potter. These aren't just success stories, they are restart stories. I talked about timelines in my last video, and this is very personal for a lot of us. We all have this invisible timeline in our heads that if we don't hit those marks, we start to feel like we failed. But those timelines are made up. They are made up by culture, by peers, by social media, parents even. There is no such thing as late in a life that is yours. Here are a few things that can help you. Stop tracking your worth by milestones. Set your own pace and protect it with everything you've got. Forgive yourself for who you used to be. You cannot move forward while you're still punishing yourself for the past. And sometimes the biggest thing holding us back is not the past. It's the memory of who we used to be. The girl who settled. The girl who didn't used to speak up. The girl who stayed too long. The girl who didn't believe in herself. But here's the shocking truth. That girl did the best she could. She made choices based on what she knew. And you're not her anymore. You're healing and you're growing. Forgive her, honor her, and let her go. Not everything has to be public. A lot of us like to overshare a lot, even when we don't need to. You don't owe the world an explanation for your healing. You don't have to post your progress. You don't have to explain your absence to anyone. Sometimes the most powerful moves are made in silence. Let your energy speak louder than your announcement. Move in silence and let the results speak for you. When you're starting over, protect your peace like your life depends on it. Because sometimes it actually does depend on it. You don't have to go about sharing every progress you're making. Instead of asking, why did I stay too long? Why did I mess up? Or what is wrong with me? Ask these questions instead. What did I learn? What do I want to do now? Who am I becoming? Curiosity leads to growth, and shame leads to massive self destruction. One gets you unstuck, the other keeps you spinning. So ask those questions. Get to find out who it is you're actually becoming. You don't need a big plan, you just need to move. A lot of us would think that, oh, we need to have a plan, like a big plan, to actually start over. But you don't. You just need to start moving. Make a list. Change your routine. Drink your water. Journal. Pray. Exercise. Go outside. Talk to someone. Talk to someone new. Make new friends. You don't necessarily need to feel ready before you start. You actually find out that once you start, that's when you start to feel ready. So you feel ready once you start. Confidence isn't something you wait for. Confidence is something you build by yourself and for yourself. One reason starting over feels hard is because we feel that we have to get it right this time. We don't want to mess up again. That would be a bad look on us. So we overthink, we procrastinate, and end up staying stuck. But perfection is a lie. Starting over means giving yourself the permission to try, to learn, and even fall again. It means being okay with the messy beginnings and the awkward first steps. Because trust me, the first steps are going to be awkward. You might even start to doubt yourself. But be gentle with yourself. Once the dust settles, ask yourself, who do I want to be now? What habits support her? What boundaries protect her? What vision excites her? This is where you create new anchors for yourself. New habits, new routines, new friendships, communities, and even environments that match where you're going, not where you've been. So make vision boards, create rituals for yourself, change your surroundings. Your reset should reflect the woman you're becoming, literally. You're not alone in this. You might feel like the only one starting over, but I promise you, you're not. Millions of people are rebuilding their lives right now, quietly, slowly, and bravely. Some are healing from breakups, some are living toxic homes, some are quitting jobs that made them miserable, some are choosing themselves for the first time. So, you're in good company, and you're not alone. Starting over is not weak, it's not a failure, and it's definitely not something to hide. It is one of the most courageous things you will ever do in your life. You are allowed to start again. You are allowed to walk away. You are allowed to change your mind. You are allowed to begin again without shame. This isn't the end for you. This is your new beginning. And I am rooting for you every step of the way. That's the end of this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching till the end. If this video helped you in any way, I want you to share this video with someone who might need it. And also like this video, drop your thoughts about this video in the comments, and subscribe to my channel for more content that are as relatable as this. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.